Once upon a time, in a small quiet village, lived a poor man. His clothes were worn, his home was small, and his heart was tired. Every night he would look up at the stars and whisper, "When will my life change? When will I escape this misery?" One day, he heard that a wise monk had arrived in a nearby village, a monk known to answer any question asked of him. Hoping to find the secret to a better life, the poor man decided to go see him. To reach the next village, he had to cross a deep, dense forest. As night began to fall, darkness wrapped around him like a blanket. Just when fear started to creep in, he saw a faint light ahead, a large, beautiful house glowing in the middle of the forest. He knocked gently and he asked the owner if he could stay the night. The kind man agreed and he welcomed him inside. "Oh, for dinner," the house owner asked curiously. "Where are you going at this hour?" The traveler replied, "I'm on my way to meet the wise monk. You wish to ask him a question about my life." The man nodded and he sighed softly. "Please, ask one question for me too. My daughter is 20 years old and he has never spoken a word. Ask the monk when she will find her voice." The poor man agreed and he set out early the next morning. As he walked through the forest, he met an old wizard holding a glowing staff. The wizard asked, "Where are you going, young man?" The traveler replied, "To meet the monk. I seek his wisdom." The wizard sighed, "Then ask him one question for me. I have lived long and I wish to go to heaven. Ask him when my time will come." The poor man promised he would, and he continued his journey. A little later, he saw a giant turtle resting under a tree. The turtle opened one eye and he sighed, "Where are you headed, traveler?" "To meet the monk," the man replied. "Then ask him one question for me too," sighed the turtle. "All my life I've dreamed of becoming a dragon. Ask him when the dream will come true." The poor man nodded, and he, after a long journey, finally found the monk sitting under a tree in deep meditation. He bowed respectfully and he sighed, "Wise one, may I ask you a few questions?" The monk opened his eyes and he sighed gently, "You may, but only 3. The man was stunned. "Only 3? But I have 4 one of mine, and 3 for others." He stood in silence, thinking, "My own question is about my poverty, but their questions feel more important." So he took a deep breath and he began, "When will the turtle become a dragon?" The monk smiled and he sighed, "When he removes his shell and he lets go of his protection, he will transform." "When will the old wizard go to heaven?" "When he passes his staff to another, his time will come." "When will the mute girl find her voice?" "When she meets the one who truly understands her heart." The poor man bowed deeply in gratitude, even though his own question remained unanswered. He began his journey back through the forest. First, he met the turtle again and he shared the monk's words. "You will become a dragon when you remove your shell." The turtle hesitated, but trusted the monk's wisdom. Slowly, it slid out of its shell and in a burst of light, transformed into a magnificent dragon. As the old shell cracked, dozens of glowing pearls rolled onto the ground. The dragon smiled and sighed, "Take these, kind traveler, for your compassion." Then it soared into the sky, leaving the man speechless and amazed. He gathered the pearls and he continued on his path. Next, he met the wizard. He told him, "The monk sighed, you will go to heaven when you pass your staff to someone else." The wizard thought for a moment, smiled peacefully, and he handed the staff to the poor man. Instantly, his body glowed with golden light, and his spirit rose gently toward the heavens, calm, free, and smiling. Now the traveler carried a bag full of pearls and a magical staff, though his heart remained humble. Finally, he returned to the beautiful house in the forest. The kind man greeted him eagerly. "Did you ask about my daughter?" The traveler nodded. "Yes." The monk sighed, "She will speak when she meets someone who truly understands her heart." The father turned toward his daughter. She looked at the traveler and for the first time, their eyes met. She opened her mouth softly and whispered, "Thank you." Her father gasped in joy. You spoke." Then he turned to the traveler with tears in his eyes and sighed, "You are the one who understands her heart. Will you marry my daughter?" The poor man smiled humbly and agreed. The wedding was celebrated by the whole village. The man who once had nothing, no more money, no more answers, no more hope, now had a loving wife, a bag of pearls, a magical staff, and a wise, grateful heart.